All right, I'm gonna declare the public hearing open at 6:45 PM. This public hearing is to discuss the proposed repeal and amendment to the Naugatuck Sewer and Sewage Disposal Ordinance. Legal notice has been published in the Republican American on February 4th, 2024. There will be a recording of this public hearing. Everyone will be given an opportunity to speak. After an initial presentation by Jim Stewart, our DPW director, everyone will have an opportunity to speak, and we'll take comments from everyone who wants to speak. So at this time, I would like Jim Stewart to give us an overview of the repeal and the new ordinance.
So over the last 20 years, the sewer commission has made various improvements to their and changes to their regulations. The ordinance has not changed, so this was partially to get the ordinance to match up with their regulations, in addition to make some other improvements to it. To go through it quickly, I'll go through generally the changes. Section 1941, we added multiple definitions for a fog, oil, and grease, inflow, just so we can carry and follow through. The next change is section 1965, building service connections. We made modifications to the types of sewer pipe that were allowed. We were allowing ABS and asbestos cement, stuff like that, which we obviously don't want to do anymore. So we modernized that to PVC and required separation between sewers and waters and clean outs and such. Next section would be 1981. This was another reason why we're doing it, is we got that CMOM order from EPA that requires our maintenance, requires formalized maintenance to our sewer system. It also requires that we try to maintain the system to limit overflows, so therefore limiting II inflow and infiltration. So this firms up the restriction against putting clean water, groundwater, or rainwater in the sewers. So basically, it says anyone found to be putting groundwater into the sewers, some pumps must remove them. The next set of changes are in section 1992. So this is a regulation that we adopted in 2009 as required by the state of Connecticut. Fats, oil, and greases, so it requires that restaurants and food establishments have a food, oil, and grease, basically a grease trap installed, either internally in their kitchen or externally in the ground. It also requires that they maintain it and report on it. So that's a good chunk of the ordinance changes. Then there's some changes, proposed changes in the rates and charges. We have maintained single-family dwellings at $5,000 per connection fee. We have suggested that multifamily dwellings, apartments, and condos and such be scaled, as opposed to being $5,000 flat fee for those. We suggested $5,000 for 3 or more bedrooms, $3,000 for 2 bedrooms, $1,500 for 1 bedroom. So encourage smaller units and give the developers a benefit to provide smaller units. We also have changed the industrial and commercial buildings. to $5,000 for the first 10,000 square feet and 60 cents per square foot over 10,000 square feet. We've also given the board the ability to change that depending on the proposed usage. So for instance, Amazon comes in, they've got a huge building. They may make the case that we don't use a lot of water. We're a warehouse, we have a few employees and a big structure, so we shouldn't have to pay $100,000 sewer connection fee. So they could present to the commission their rate of using water and try to prove to us that they're not, that's too much, so we could reduce it. We also could get a user that uses a lot of water and we could increase it. So either way, we have the ability to move that rate around. We also have the ability, which has been a case that the commission has brought up in the past, is we want to charge you the full amount because we don't know what you're going to use in the future. So we added a section in there that allows us to reassess them if the use changes significantly. So if they change the warehouse to a metal plating facility that's used going through tons of water, we could go back and say, hey, your water use has gone up, so therefore you owe us more connection fee. We've increased the lodging facility rate, $800 a sleeping unit, which is more apropos to what their usage of water is. Of course, we don't have a hotel, but and we have also at this point maintaining the $275 a year use fee for out of town buildings. For instance, Beacon Falls, we have, I don't know how many, not that many, 50 or 60 houses that are connected. And Prospect, we have another fund that pay us. It also gives us the ability to annually review the fee and increase it as needed.
All right, so
And
that's,
as I should say, the Water Pollution Control Board has reviewed this and they adopted this at their last meeting.
so just a couple things. First of all, the function and the proper place to make this is WPCA. And I just, in case someone is confused, because you use the word use a lot, these are connection fees, not usage fees. So I don't want anyone to be confused by that. And in the past, the connection fee for a efficiency apartment or a one-bedroom apartment that uses much less water than a 4-family house with kids and washing machines paid the same rate. So this is designed to make it equitable for all uses. But what we're talking about is the connection fee. There is no usage fee for Naugatuck residents, Naugatuck business, or Naugatuck industry, but there is a usage fee for out-of-town residential units. So I don't want anyone to be confused by, you know, use, connection, everything else. These are connection fees for new construction, basically.
Correct. And the only thing I neglected to mention is we also had the same fee for accessory structure. Someone wanted to put a bathroom in their garage, a detached garage. It was a $5,000 fee. So we reduced that down to $1,500 for a full house, that sort of structure. So that wouldn't be onerous to put a bathroom in that we would hardly ever use.
All right, so first of all, questions from the Burgesses.
I have a question. When you say connection fee, what if I do put another bathroom in my house, but I'm connected to the existing plumbing? I'm not running a lateral, I'm not,
No, there's no additional fee.
no additional fee. What about like a private school that has dormitories? There's a school building and there's dormitories next to it.
What we have done in the past is we've done both. Generally, they charge per bedroom, okay? So it would be a bedroom use on the facility on North Main Street. They got the hotel rate. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, second call for the Burgesses. Last call for the Burgesses. All right, now we'll open it up to the general public, either in the room or on Zoom. If you're on Zoom, raise your hand, go in the chat box, make it known that you'd like to speak. If you're in the room, come forward to the stand and state your name and address. Anyone on Zoom, Jim?
Nope.
All right, second call for public comment. Last call for public comment. Does anyone have any reason why we should keep the public hearing open? All right. Hearing none, I will close the public hearing at 6:57 PM. We'll take a 3-minute break and we'll start the meeting.